Coming at ya. I'm Erin.
And I'm Marley.
And this is
Snake Oil Live.
If this is your first time finding us today, congratulations, you've hit a jackpot. Because we're pretty
I don't know if they hit a dumpster on fire or a jackpot. Either or.
One way or the other. Like we're those people, you know. So, you know, it's gonna be a fun time.
We just did a live stream on TikTok, and so, you know, we figured we'd follow up. We'll probably go over some of the same topics that we did, but, you know, some people will be new following this stream, and we haven't done too many lives. So please tune in, like, subscribe, share us. And we've got like 16 episodes out now.
Yeah, like so, and we're rocking the 80s night tonight. 80s
yeah,
theme.
I printed out some 80s trivia.
80s trivia. We're also going to talk about some of the products. I put my hair up because it was all crinkly and weird.
I put this piece in because I was going to make it look...
I crimped it for the show.
I was going to make it look 80s-ish. Okay. I just didn't want to do the full makeup.
See, I crimped it, made it look all wavy, like back in the 80s.
I could have made it look like it was in a banana clip.
I mean, I could have, like, gotten that hairspray out, but, like, no, this is good. Just really
Is there anybody on here with us right now?
We have, let's see, we have one person. Hi, one person.
It's you looking at the stream.
Oh, maybe. See if we're just gonna, like, you know, whatever. We're just gonna hang out here for a few minutes.
Post it.
Somebody else might come on here a little later and watch what we're doing. So, because we didn't really like project that we were gonna go live. So, we're hoping that some of our viewers are gonna watch with us.
Even family members. My family does not tune in.
My family does.
I know, which is awesome. I'm hinting out there to any of my family members. I'm gonna send you this. Tune in, watch us, support us. You know?
Yeah, we love this. We're like, hey, and also if you're coming in, remember to hit that like button and that subscribe button, because we're gonna go over some 80s stuff, and then we're also gonna talk about the Diddy trial, right? And we're also gonna talk about some of the products that we have already tried from TikTok.
They're more like made in the 80s. Sparkly, like the lame of the 80s.
Some of these products were just terrible, and that just made me sad. That made me really sad that they were so bad. Some of them, they're good for, like, the...
Is it time to rhyme? It made me so sad that they were bad.
It made me so sad. But, like, I like these as a lip gloss.
Yeah.
They don't really do much else, so, like, we're going to talk about that. And then, yeah, so, first of all, let's go into the Diddy trial. Diddy, I don't know, like, what do you think? You think
I couldn't even put a bunch of hashtags on there. I wanted to. Well, I could now fix it, but I can't get in there.
Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Hey, Diddy's guilty.
He did so many things, and on drugs, like,
yeah,
just in a drug state for years. So it's like what he thought was okay in his mind was not in anybody else's world.
No, not
it was
okay.
Diddy's world.
It was not okay in anybody's world, I don't think. I think that if it were okay in any other world, that sorry, I'm fixing our thing here.
Okay.
I think that
it's all right. We have this thing's all goofbally.
There you go.
Hey, wackadoodle. Hey, there's light.
Hi.
I mean, I got a shadow on half, but yours is turned too.
That's because I had to get by with my crutches when we took our break.
Oh, wow, that's good lighting now.
Yeah, like I said, I had to.
She was like, "Come on, let's go live." I'm like, I need to chill.
I had to take my break. I had to take a break to you know.
Revamp, and we're like, how much more crap can we talk about? We've talked about things.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go over some of the things that we did talk about on our TikTok live, because a lot of people we know don't have TikTok.
Well, like. I'm going to go political a little bit. It looks like Donald Trump really liked his trip to the Middle East, to Israel specifically, because...
Got a Golden Globe.
No, he wants to build a golden dome, like their Iron Dome there, and that plane that'll be the new Air Force One.
Have you seen... I saw this other plane. I'm sorry.
They need to fit it up because he says Air Force One is so crappy.
So, have you seen the new commercial for the United planes that they're getting? United Airlines is coming out with a new plane that's got, like, it's... and it's on commercials and stuff even. It's coming soon. That can, instead of a flight taking an hour and 15 minutes, it'll take 10 minutes.
They have that. They've had it. We are so behind the times. We're saying that we've had hidden technology that can make us like cut time and levitate, do all this crap.
And she has more blades.
Yeah.
Outside, and it's almost like a helicopter.
Like a hovercraft.
It looks like a helicopter.
Yeah.
So with lots of blades, and I'm down for that because
Yeah.
I do travel a lot. And if I don't have to, so if I have to go to Florida,
They were just saying we are so behind in our country technologically because
squeaked on me.
we're real.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, my slobber is probably licorice.
So that was another. That I was just reading my own little, you
Yeah.
know, deep
But
dive
I'm just
on
saying, like,
licorice.
he wants all these things from the Middle East.
Mm-hmm. They came out with red vines in 1950 because they had been making black licorice for like since like 1914 or something.
Yeah,
1912.
black licorice has been
And
a
then-
licorice root, yeah.
Yeah, but then they came out and they called there was a raspberry licorice, but now it's made out of corn syrup, so it's not the same thing. But
It does say raspberry flavor on it?
no, it says artificial flavor, which was the raspberry. But it's not gluten free, which I'm really shocked about. Which is fine because I don't have a gluten intolerance.
There's probably some sort of lecithin in it.
It's corn syrup or wheat flour.
Oh, wheat flour. Well,
So I said it's not gluten free because it's made with wheat flour.
I'm sensitive, but I don't have celiac.
I don't either, but I love
No,
me some
this will be red coming out later.
That is one thing about it, but I love me some red licorice.
The first time that happened, I was like, I think something's wrong.
I think I'm dying. of
No, I
puking.
shouldn't have eaten the whole pack of red vines. How about that?
How about them apples?
Like the 5.5 ounce bags. They're pretty heavy. All right.
So we're gonna go over these products real quick because that's why we're Snake Well. Because we try all the things that she buys on TikTok Shop,
TikTok Shop, eBay.
So we're gonna go over the glittery one
Etsy.
first. It's the one that catches your attention. We didn't
Well,
like
at
it.
first, I liked mine, so I got it for you, but I don't know.
It doesn't do anything, and you can't really. It takes forever to build on it.
It does. Look at this. Actually, this one works better than yours. It's
I don't know. It just doesn't. It doesn't
Maybe
do it.
because I ordered this first, maybe it was a different formula.
Well, they need to. I don't know. Is it even the same company? No. QIC, and then you're just Skyvee. Totally different brands.
See,
So don't get the QIC.
this
It's a
guy
terrible
worked
brand.
okay. That's why I ordered you it because I thought it was the same one.
No, I don't mind them. I don't mind the
brush.
eyeliner. But like,
See,
look
my
at this.
brush is different than
Look at
yours.
this.
I have a brush.
I have rarely used it, and somehow there's still like these big globs, and it ends up like not transferring onto
See,
my
mine's a
eyelashes.
thinner brush and everything. Look.
Yeah, I don't like it.
So sometimes things that look the same are not the same.
Didn't like this one. She liked hers, but I did not like mine.
I mean, for what it was, it's pretty packaging and it worked okay.
This one though does not do anything.
No, I've got some of those big eye ones before, and
This
this
is
big
Big
lash or
Lash.
whatever it
Like
is.
she does is the company. It does not work. I have tried. It's supposed to have some sort of like good stuff. It's called a 3-in-1 mascara.
Like it's supposed to have vitamins. Look at it's not really doing.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Doesn't build up. It's got like the.
I mean, just because I have coats of mascara on that it's getting something, but it's because I have good mascara on.
Yeah, we both.
It is
love,
actually building on the good mascara, but,
But we both love the Thrive mascara. But
Yeah.
there's been some fake.
Oh my god, though, look, the hairs look weird though. Look,
Yeah, they get all clumpy and spiderwebby.
I just
It's like spider legs. You know what I mean? They call them spider webs, but
But I'm showing you guys.
it even comes out weird.
I have long eyelashes.
Look, it even
to
comes
boot.
out weird. Look, big glob of it on the side there. It's all weird. Anyway, I
And
don't
then
like it
this
on my hands.
this one's just raccoon eyes. You sweat, whatever.
I don't like that one. It didn't do anything for my eyes.
I'll probably get a rash on my eyes after this.
You have mascara under your left eye.
See? No, it's blue eyeliner.
No, that's blue eyeliner. Yeah, that was on purpose. Yay!
Didn't you say it's 80s trivia night?
Yeah, 80s.
I had hot
trivia
pink
night.
eyeliner on, but I put
So
some.
then so if you watched any part of our TikTok, you saw her try on this.
Now we're looking okay.
It's gets all over everything.
Your skin, when you rub it off, it gets
on your teeth.
you don't,
it gets on your
yeah.
hands. It gets on everything.
And it took lipstick, chapstick, 3 wipes.
Terrible product. Like,
it stains, but Kool-Aid does a better job with the Q-tip.
Everything. See, now these, so these have been out on the market for a while. These are supposed to be lip plumpers. One is a clear, it's kind of tinted red because I had it with my colored lipstick. One is red, and then this one here, it does feel like cayenne pepper.
Let me try this one this time. I tried the darker red one, and I want to see, you got to mix it up because they pushed this a few months ago all over TikTok. I ordered them in 3 different colors. It's supposed to like plump them so much. And it looks like injections because it's supposed to be like getting your lips done.
There we go.
The packaging was cute. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, come
go.
on. It does look like a little lip injection thing.
But it has cayenne pepper in it. You can taste the cayenne
Capsium
pepper.
or whatever it is.
Capsaicin.
Capsaicin, but it's chili powder.
It's chili powder. It's cayenne pepper. It does have capsaicin in it, which makes your lips
Cinnamon can
up.
also do the same thing.
This is capsaicin.
Yeah.
But it does give you that little like. Ooh,
Well, the gloss makes it look like more too, but it's not.
I think glossy lips look good anyway. I think they're fantastic. I think makes you look like you have a moist mouth. That was the draw of it.
Ooh, my moist
moist mouth. So there you go. That's what that's about.
All right, we're gonna play. Well, we're not gonna play yet, but
we got a couple games.
Well, yeah. Well, what do we want to talk about? The Diddy stuff.
Diddy stuff.
Because we didn't really talk trash on our episode. We just kind of gave you the real witness list, not our actual.
Not the ones that you want. Well, also, and it's because when we were looking at it, we were saying like. The Prince tapes, they're not real.
No, the audio that was supposedly turned in of Prince giving the layout, the details that matched with Cassie's story and saying that he had more tapes he'd been documenting and that he was sorry that he was trying to protect the music, but he should have been protecting the artist. I mean, it sounded like stuff, but it's total BS. And the same thing with like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Did not testify. Russell Brand did not testify.
Did you just see my stapler just pop
up? Yeah.
Hi, guys. Why do they always want to be on camera?
Usher did not testify.
Justin Bieber did not testify.
Steve Harvey did not testify. Anything you see like that, totally false.
Russell Brand, no. Monique, no.
It's been Cassie Ventura, and then most of her.
And then pretty much the dancer, entourage, sex partners, Diddy's assistant, and makeup and best friend. And FSA agent. Homeland Security, yeah.
Yeah, HSI. Yeah. So, I just think he's guilty. I think he's guilty of sin. So many transgressions against so many people. They say there's going to be like another month.
I mean, we don't even, she talked about the dungeons and stuff, and then we haven't even got to that part. Because this is just the RICO and the sexual abuse.
This is just the first
like,
two.
if he gets life now, or do they even need to bring up other charges?
Right now, they're just painting, like, right now, it just looks like he's, like, an abusive partner. Which, totally, he is.
But
totally.
Once they get into the ritualistic and trafficking of the children and all that stuff down there.
Right.
The pizza boxes. Sorry.
No, but they did show viewers, like, photos of what they found, like all the drugs and all the.
And you know what's weird is that Tusi was all popular. They were saying they found all that pink cocaine in Tusi, and I didn't hear one thing about that in that thing. But I heard about the Barack Obama
They found a whole bunch of different an assortment of. They did find the pink powder.
They did find the pink powder. Okay.
Well, they found blue pills.
Yeah, the Viagra
pills. They found all kinds of goodies.
Okay, because that was the big thing. Them talking about that.
No, they found that. They had found all that stuff. So like they were showing the jury all that. So, yeah, that's a deep rabbit hole. Don't get sucked into the false noise that's got going on. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. Don't believe everything you read. Educate yourselves.
Sorry, my cat.
The most important thing is to educate yourself. because
Perry's
there's so much
right
noise
here.
out there. Speaking of educating yourselves, the U.S. Treasury pennies are gone. They're
The
no
last
longer.
minting was Friday.
Yeah, they're going to be.
Get your 2025 pennies. They're
Yeah.
no more.
Yeah, there's no longer going to be pennies because they cost
3.7 cents to make a penny.
So they're going to save 22 million.
No,
or 200
85 million.
85 million just by not making those. But I mean,
Does that mean we're
going
going to round everything? It won't be to 99 cents. Let's just round things up to the flat amount.
Well, that's because
and have flat
most a lot of
taxation
the time it's
included.
tax. It's
Like,
the tax.
Oregon,
Everything's taxed to shit.
if it's $10, it's $10. Except
But
for
everything-
Ashland, but
Everything here is taxed to shit. Everything here in the United
as
States.
much, it's so expensive, yet technologically we are so behind. I mean, back in '95,
California.
I was able to get a printed out driver's license in Tennessee. Yet we can't even do that. Get an
California.
instant one here in California. You still have the horrible DMV and no technology upgrades. No nothing.
I would think that would be part of the infrastructure.
No, that's
Right, so, like-
roads because they make more money.
I know, but I would think that having a proper way to get people with their driver's license faster, so that
There is no rush or hurry in those people there. Not one drop of it. They go, we got CalPERS, we're protected, blah, blah, blah.
yeah. So then we have like the cost of an iPhone.
Oh, yeah, so today, or maybe it was yesterday, I think it was today, Trump basically gave a ultimatum to Apple about making their iPhones here in America and their products here. He said that if they don't, bow to this, he's going to be putting a 25% tariff. But
What about Samsung?
I don't know. I have not heard on that because Apple is the
Number one producer.
number one.
Yeah.
But, and that's Korea for Samsung. So they are not having the issues with Korea. They're having the issues with China.
Yeah.
So that would make our phones 3 times the cost if they were made here, or paying 25% on it. Be a lot less. I bet dollars to dimes that they'll
Dollars to donuts.
dollars to donuts. I was like, I'm saying it wrong. Dollars to donuts that will
The-
just pay the 25% tariff. It's cheaper than paying. If they're-
85% more.
Say they're like $850 to $1,000. When you really want to pay $3,000 for your iPhone,
I'm glad I have a Samsung. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't have to worry about
but
that.
who's to say Samsung could be next? We just don't know.
Could be. Well, Al Green today had filed an article of impeachment for our 415 on President Trump. And do you know why?
HR 415.
HR 415. And you know why though, right?
Well, it's because of the deportation and stuff that he just sent people there illegally, sent them to the wrong countries, then didn't want to bring them back, all this stuff. And the Supreme Court had stopped. He went against the Supreme Court. It's not like these are false accusations. This is fully documented. So, but it's still got to go through like
I know.
House and
We
Senate.
normally don't do political stuff, but some of this stuff is
It's still
big
just news.
Yeah, it's just news. We're here to bring you the news.
The snake oil.
Snake oils. We bring you like these right here. Terrible snake oils. If you've purchased them, please let us know.
And even though the big beautiful
Beautiful bill.
bill may have passed some. No $5,000
No
stimulus. No.
No checks. Wasn't that one of the things he?
Yeah, he thought we were just too greedy and that we just not
That we
want to work.
that
or
we would become too lazy if we just got given money.
no Doge bonus to us.
No.
U.S. Oh, that I did read something that.
Found
they-
all this money, but we're not going to get it. And everybody's going to get some, but no, we're
So,
not. No, we're not.
Since 2000, so apparently there's been more people asking for citizenship in the UK, in Britain, 6,600 in the last year or two.
Well, a lot of people have.
And they
like, a lot of
said
big
that
names have
that's
gone
like
out.
the same amount of people they had go from 2004 to that date. Like
Yeah.
tons of people do not want to live in this country.
No, and we comment.
Sorry.
We owe China so much more money. Where does Trump get off? We do owe China. So
Oh my God, totally.
I mean, I remember.
Totally.
I do remember.
They
back
owe our
in,
debt.
I
They own our debt.
I remember back in the 80s when we had a boycott on China stuff made in China back in the 80s.
Oh my God,
I'm
yeah.
surprised that like I've gone this far. So like, yeah. But we did. There was the last week. Was it? You said last month. The 7.7 earthquake.
Yeah,
it was on March 8th.
March 8th in Myanmar.
Myanmar, and it actually caused the earth shifting, and they actually have footage that
It just like literally
was just
slid
released.
and like.
and everything went from.
It wasn't like it was catastrophe, but it was like.
It was like you
But
said,
the footage is out
the
now
kitchen
of it.
is in the place of your living room, and your living room has been shifted over.
Yeah,
That's
like
how much
craziness.
And it was a rolling one, and
Right.
like I know that.
I mean, it hasn't been really published, but 7.7 earthquake in a small country is a huge thing.
Well, it's 7.2 when we had it off the coast of California.
In 1989, the
Loma
Loma
Prieta.
Prieta.
7.2, and that was a roller
Yep.
and a shaker.
Yeah, because we had aftershocks for a while, but the initial was the roll.
And then it shook back and forth.
Yep.
You know, towards the middle of it. So
That was a longer one too.
yeah, and so hey, we lost buildings and stuff, so I can imagine.
We're in earthquake season because of the solar flares and the positions and everything just going into summer. That is just the normal time.
Used to be
because it affects the oceans, which affects.
Well, you know, anybody from California, it's just like people from the Midwest. They have tornado weather, right? Or people.
We could go outside and it's like a little
out on the
muggy,
East Coast or
kind of gray,
down in Florida.
like
this
earthquake weather.
This is hurricane weather. You know, like there's a special kind of weather that goes with every.
You could feel it in your bones.
Every
You can
part
feel it
of
in the air. It's
Mother
like,
Nature's forces.
well, technically, earthquake weather is more dry.
And there's always like it's
An
stale.
overcast
stale.
staleness,
It's
something.
kinda
But you go out and
stale,
you're just like, you know
humid.
it. It's like humid, but I don't know how to explain.
It's like gray.
Gray, that's what I said.
It's a
Humid
gray, brownish gray day, and
a blah day.
yeah, you can feel the energy. It's a weird
But
energy.
you can feel the energy, exactly.
It's just like it's off-putting. It's eerie. That's the name of it. Eerie. It's an eerie feeling, like a foreboding feeling. A foreboding.
Do you remember 80s movies? Do you remember?
Yeah, pets do feel it. You're right. Pets do feel it. Absolutely. Dogs go kind of nutty.
Cats go and
cats
hide and tuck.
Yeah, they hide underneath their beds, or they go hiding underneath cars, and especially when the shaking starts to happen, they're like. My cat does that just by moving on the bed. When I move my bed,
Do you remember the movie?
she loves it when I change the sheets. She's all.
Do you remember the movie Monster Squad?
I do.
When he's like, he kicks the guy and he's like, Wolfman's got nards.
He's got
Nards. Nards. That was a word in the 80s.
and radical.
And-
Well, it's like when I sent a message to.
Do you guys remember the word? That's all tweck.
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 I sent a message to my daughter the other night, and she was like that, like, or a picture, a little reel or something, a meme, and she goes, "That's gnarly," and I'm like, remember that you're talking to a nine, like an
Gen
80s
Xer,
kid?
nine.
Like gnarly could be good. Is that good?
Totally
or
gnarly,
is that
like
good
you're
or
skateboarding
bad?
and or you're surfing, like
But it's
spicoli.
like remember we used to be like gnarly. Sometimes
Like
it
if
would
you
be like a
ate
cool
crap or that's totally gnarly.
It's totally cool.
You could go to that concert.
Brodacious, bro, like rad, like. And so she was like, "No, I mean like I think of like gnarly ginger, a
Like
ginger
knotted.
nod." And I'm just like, "Well, ginger's
Like
delicious."
gnarled.
And I was just, but ginger's delicious. So she was just like, "No, come on, you know what I mean." I think we should play our game.
All right.
So we got.
I hear a song right now.
Totally 80s.
Totally 80s trivia. I printed it off. It's from
Get your glasses on, cause
2022. So it's 15 questions.
yeah, and we're gonna
We'll read it out loud.
We've got the answer thing over there. No one's
It's
looked at
not
it.
a time thing. We're just
We're just gonna answer them out loud. If you know the answers,
put it in the comments.
put it in the comments. Yeah.
All right. You want to read the first question?
Badass. My mom's badass.
Yeah.
She's talking about the 70s.
Yeah.
Who is credited with the invention of the internet in 1989?
Don't say it. Well, the answers that they're giving, the choices are Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Tim Berners-Lee, or Steve Wozniak. My pencil's not working, of course. Okay.
The answer's not exactly what you think it is.
Yeah. Okay.
In Back to the Future, 1985, what year do Marty and Doc end up in when they travel back in time?
Is it 1952, 1955, 1957,
or
1959.
Oh,
I don't know. I might be wrong. I don't know that one. I just put it on there. But I thought.
Okay.
Okay, the 1988 hit song "Wait for a Star to Fall" was written by Boy Meets Girl after seeing a falling star at which iconic 80s singer's concert? I don't even remember that song.
I don't either. And so it's okay.
Wait, 88.
So it's Whitney Houston, Madonna, Annie Lennox, or Kate Bush.
Yeah. I don't know the answer to that one. This is a real one.
Which of these famous players isn't one of the top 10 NBA players of the 1980s? Is it Magic Johnson, Julius Erving, Michael Jordan, or Vince Carter?
Mm.
1980s.
80s, but I mean, what if they played in the 80s and 90s? Okay, it's all right. I know. I'm gonna go with the first answer.
Okay.
Which iconic album by Michael Jackson, released in 1982, is still second best-selling album of all time, right after Eagles' Greatest Hits, 1971 to 1975?
I already know the answer to that one, and the choices are Off the Wall, Bad, Thriller, or Dangerous. I know because it was my very first album. So, what is the name of the princess? Yeah, you had to rethink that one after I said
Well,
that.
the year, I'm trying to think. 82 was the year, okay. I just think, because I remember.
What is the name of the princess who is kidnapped by the evil Bowser in multiple multiple Mario video games?
Is it Strawberry, Peach, Apple, or Mango?
So next one. Which of these Star Wars movies was released in the 1980s? Was it The Phantom Menace, A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, or The Force Awakens?
Okay, hopefully you got your answers down. Which child actor rose to stardom in a 1982 Spielberg film about an unfortunate alien? Is it Sean Astin, River Phoenix, Drew Barrymore, or Corey Haim? That one I know.
I don't know. When do the events of Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark take place? Is it 1936, 1946, 1956, or
1966?
1966. I know which one this one is.
All right.
I just watched it the other day.
What is the name of the eerie historic hotel in Stanley Kubrick's The Shining? Is it A, the Overlook Hotel, B, the Evergreen Hotel, C, the Beaverbrook Hotel, D, the Ashford Hotel? I know this one because I've been to it and skied at it.
Okay. Which is the only cult classic movie featuring Harrison Ford that wasn't released in the 80s? Is it Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Blade Runner, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, or Apocalypse Now? But for Harrison Ford, no. I'm just gonna say he wasn't. Okay.
In what year did the Berlin Wall fall, heralding the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, 1986, 1987, 1988, or 1989? Okay.
Okay. Which 1984 comedy action movie starred Eddie Murphy as a street smart Detroit cop? It took $234 million at the box office, making it the highest grossing film of the year. Was it Trading Places, Beverly Hills Cop, Lethal Weapon, or The Untouchables? Sorry, my nose is all itchy. There's
All
some
right.
allergen in the air today.
We only
My
got
nose is just dying.
this one and the next one. There's only
Okay.
15. What was the name of the theme song from the 1983 romantic drama Flashdance? Is it A, or Beat It, B, What a Feeling, C, The Time of My Life, or D, Footloose?
All right.
And the last one.
Last one, and then we're gonna have the answers to see if we got any of them right. Okay, which of the following popular kids games is the only one not to have been released in the 80s? Was it Donkey Kong, Super Mario Brothers, Pac-Man, or Sonic the Hedgehog? All right.
All right, here
All
comes
right,
the answer
let's
key.
check 'em out. See how well you know your 80s.
Oh, I
trivia.
totally got the wrong one. Okay. Who is credited with the invention of the internet in 1989? It is Tim Berners-Lee.
I thought it was Steve Wozniak.
I put Bill Gates, so
Okay.
see?
See, that was wrong.
In Back to the Future, which year did Marty and Doc end up when they travel back in time? What did you
I
put?
put 1955.
It is 1955. I put it the same, so we got the same one right.
Right.
All right. 3. In the 88 hit song Waiting for a Star to Fall was written by Boy Meets Girl after seeing Falling Star, at which iconic 80s singer concert? It is Whitney Houston. I put Whitney.
I put Madonna.
All right, so I got to get on that one. Ah! Okay. Which of these famous players isn't one of the top 10 NBA players of the 80s? It's Vince Carter.
I put.
I know.
Carter.
I originally was gonna do that, and then I said Michael Jordan because I played in the 80s and 90s. So that's it. Fail of mine. Which iconic album by Michael Jackson released in 1982 is still the second best-selling album of all times? It is Thriller.
My very first album.
It was like off
Very
the wall was
first
79.
But I was already like
Yeah.
8 or 9 by the time I got it. So.
What is the name of the princess who is kidnapped by the evil Bowser in multiple Mario video games?
Peach.
Peach. Got it right.
Yes. So let me read out some of
Yep.
these. All
Here's
right. So
the rest of them. There you go.
Number 7. Which Star Wars movie was released in the 80s? It says Return of the Jedi.
Yep, that's what I got.
I got that too. So I'm getting, so I'm all in the right order now.
New Hope was 79 or 8.
So I get on to the next one.
I know we got that one
Which
right.
character actors rose to stardom in the 1982 Spielberg movie about an unfortunate alien that gets stranded on Earth? It's Drew Barrymore. I got it again. Okay. When do the events of Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark take place? Is it I put 1936.
I put
You
1936.
answered 1936.
I got it too.
1936. Okay. So the next one.
10.
I gotta make sure I go on here. What is the name of the eerie historical hotel in Stanley Kubrick's The Shining?
Can you just give it?
The Overlook.
Overlook.
The Overlook. I got that one.
It's in Oregon, by the way. It's not in Colorado.
Oh, I didn't even. Okay. So
They filmed it,
which is the only cult classic movie featuring Harrison Ford that wasn't released in the 1980s? I got
put
it wrong.
Apocalypse Now because I know that's Martin Sheen, and that is about the Vietnam War.
I got it wrong.
I've seen it. It's
I'm
not
sorry.
good.
Yeah,
It's
I
about
did.
prisoners of war and torture
Okay,
and all
no,
kinds of
see
stuff, and losing their mind. And yeah, you don't want to, unless you're into that stuff.
I thought it was like, for some reason, the Crystal Skull came to mind, but
That one was the Crystal Skulls. Is with
it was the 90s and early 2000s. I know.
It was with what's his name?
Shia
Transformers.
LaBeouf.
Yeah,
Shia LaBeouf.
Okay.
So, okay, so in what year did the Berlin Wall fall? We know this because we
89. We were there.
We were in junior high.
Totally. And
Yeah.
then like Scorpion's Wind of Change.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had to do it. It was all around that same time frame.
So, which 1984 comedy action movie starred Eddie Murphy on a street smart Detroit cop?
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah. Did you give Beverly Hills Cop?
Yep.
Yes. I also got that one correct. I'm gonna add up who.
All right, well, I'll get the last two.
Okay.
What was the name of the theme song from the 1983 romantic drama Flashdance? It should be What a Feeling.
Yes, it is.
Irene Cara. And question 15. Which of the following popular kids games is the only one not to have been released in the 1980s? Is it Sonic the Hedgehog?
So now we're gonna add these up now. Add up all yours. See where you're at. See how well you did.
Well, I can just see which ones I missed because it's 15 questions. I missed 1, 2.
I missed 3.
I missed 2.
You win.
Yay!
Surprise! She won that one. No surprise.
How many people we got on here? Just your mom.
No, we got a few on there. Thank you for joining us. We're still having a lot of fun tonight. And she's having an issue.
Oh no! Like, I'm having a hot flash. Perry Mano.
Oh, you know, did you see? Your memory is not so good. Mine's. Billy Joel has had to cancel the rest of his.
That was my first concert I ever went to. I
Rest of
know
his
that he has
But
encephalitis.
he has. It's called. What is it? I was reading the article.
But it's terminal, right?
No, it can be reversed.
Okay.
It is. He just has to not go on stage. It's called. It's encephalitis, but it is reactive encephalitis from being like overstressed, overdoing it, and he can reverse it, but he's got to follow the instructions. And
So yeah, he canceled his whole series of concerts.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing was the Annabelle doll thing.
Oh yeah, there was a rumor. That
it was
the
going
Annabelle
all
doll
over. Was missing. That it was on tour
somewhere in Louisiana.
Yeah, because
Chicago.
You know the Warrens. There is really a doll. It's a Raggedy Ann doll that's there.
It's encased in glass.
It's encased in glass. She says, "Don't look it in the eye." Yeah, it has the museum of all the items they've collected and everything. It kind of reminds me of Friday the 13th, the series, which I loved, which was an antique store where everything was cursed.
So was Needful Things. That was Stephen King's book. I read the book and then I saw the movie.
Yeah.
It was actually very close. That one was a very close matchup.
Did you? Oh wow! Did you ever watch the Friday? It was like the Uncle ran a store, Mickey, the niece ended up taking it over, but everything had a curse, and when they'd sell it, they had to go. Whoever the owner was sold them. They had to go and retrieve them and remove the curses and take them back. It was kind of an '80s show.
No.
How about Beauty and the Beast back in the day?
No, I didn't watch that.
And then, did you ever watch Moonlighting?
Oh, of course. That was one of my grandma's favorite shows. Robert the Doll and Annabelle. Yeah, the doll was actually found. It was on tour.
It was. It just wasn't in the
never
town.
Disappeared.
It's back in the museum.
It was never lost.
Yep.
So
it's a fallacy, but people
they were
want to
saying-
say that all the crap in the world is because the Annabelle doll is unleashing her stuff on it.
Not true.
Just deal with the consequences. The world is the world, and no, it doesn't matter if it's got a demonic spirit in a doll. If glass can trap it, it's not going to hurt us.
Yeah, really. I mean, yeah, really. If it really had a demonic spirit in it, you would find
I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't. You couldn't do that.
You know what? I'm not one to question.
No, but I'm saying if it's
happening.
contained in a glass container, what kind of havoc could it do?
Well, I mean,
yeah, I don't know. We don't
want
to know.
I don't want to find out. I'm like, I just don't want to.
Because that just leads into like Chucky.
Yeah, no. No.
I do remember going to the movie theaters and seeing that in
Chucky?
Yeah, like it was like 87 or 89.
I don't like scary movies. I don't. You know what it is I've
maybe it was later actually.
I don't like the feeling of being afraid. I never have. I've never.
Oh, I totally close my eyes. I like watching them at home so I can leave the room and get a snack at that time, and kind of like I watch it in my picture frame, so I kind of get a diffused version of it.
Nah, I just don't like the feeling of being afraid. I think it is just even when I was a kid, I didn't like watching them. So
I know because I was like, it's Saturday Splatter Day, and she's like, no.
I watched Poltergeist, and I was just like,
Poltergeist is good.
It's a good movie, but it was very close to home already because I knew people who lived on a haunted property with the pork.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
Pig farm.
Pig farm. You know what I'm talking about.
If you're
there's
from
always-
the Hollister area, you know
there's
about
always-
Pig Farm
there's
history.
always like, you know, urban legends about places where people fed like their families.
Her mom
pigs or
lived
whatever.
there.
Yeah, that was actually true in Hollister area. So
How about that? What?
yeah, that's the house you lived in. That was the pig farm.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I was like 5.
Vineyard Estates, correct. That's
yes,
where it was.
Yes.
That's also where one of my dad's closest friends' wife died.
Yeah, Brandon. You're right, Brandon. It was Vineyard Estates. Up there now, Fortino has got this big thing up there.
It was Vicky Fortino that.
But yeah, my mom lived in that
think,
house.
or maybe it's
my
the
mom
wrong
lived
one.
in that house before it got burned down.
But to say they unalived people and fed them to the pigs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
It's
good.
true. It's true.
But we have a dark history on our small town.
Yeah.
I mean, in 1946, the Hells Angels took it over, and yet every 4th of July we celebrate that.
Well,
you
we
know,
had a
anarchy.
We had a serial killer.
Oh yeah, while we were in high school, we had
unleashed.
a serial killer that
we were in high
escaped and got.
We weren't in high school yet. We were in junior high.
No, we were in high school when we were in lockdown on that Gus
When he escaped, yes.
In '89, he got
Right.
Martha, or the
Yeah.
one, and then Katie, and then
No,
or
Jordan.
Lisa,
Lisa. Yeah, he killed 2.
too.
But it was just
And then they worked at
Gus
a local
Marlowe. Yeah.
Gus Marlowe. They worked at the K&S store, and he was trying to get the other sister. But yeah, he took him out that way.
No,
And that's where
the
they-
Hells Angels took over City Hall to help save them. They did. Not
Okay.
to. It was because the city government was so corrupt.
Is that what it was?
The
Well,
city-
the
yeah.
whole story
They
of
went in
the
and
wild
just-
ones.
They did a
Brando is
January
our-
6th. They did a January 6th in
July
Hollister.
6th.
No, a January 6th. They went and like stormed the Capitol kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Well, that's like I said, the Wild Ones is based off of that with Brando. That's
Yeah.
why Johnny's they got the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then La Bamba was filmed there, most of it.
Out on Southside Road.
Yeah, where we actually
We used to go out and
tumble and roll and get burrs and yeah.
drink some alcohol.
'Cause we
like,
lived out
behind
in
the
like
school.
there's not too much sticks left, but we used to live out in
We
the
used to,
sticks.
like, yeah, sticks was
Boonies.
our thing. Sticks was our good. I remember, Brandon. I know you remember this. We used to go out to the open field and
Hank's on there.
uh-huh.
Hi.
We used to go out there and play on the haystacks. We used to play out on the haystacks, and we would have random people riding horses come up out of the field and offer us rides on the horses.
And I just
and-
remember walking Airline Highway,
But
where it was not even as developed.
We lived right behind Brandon, actually, and we
Yeah.
would.
Well, Brandon was across from your aunt. And
He was
stuff.
up the street, but we would sit on the back patio and we would spit watermelon seeds off the patio to see how far we would get them. And we finally decided that we were gonna like make one of the panels in the back gate like swing open, so that we could fit through the hole, so we wouldn't have to walk around so much. So like I would randomly turn up in their backyard, and his mom was like the coolest woman ever.
Yeah.
God rest her soul.
Unlike my mom.
She was always the coolest one because she was like, "Oh, come on in," you know,
Do
like.
you remember?
Nah.
Ghosted.
Yeah.
Like in high school, his dad ran a landscape and he was helping out, and I saw him.
That
And
poor kid.
I was we lived in a kind of gated community of old people, retirees, and I just wanted to show him the backyard because we had this really cool koi pond with stepping stones, right? But here I am in high school. I'm not like a small child or anything, and my mother just comes out and just, why is there a boy in here? Get him out of here! How freaking mortified was I?
Pretty mortified. Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm surrounded by old people. There's nobody really my age. So when I see somebody I know, yay. What does it say? The 4th of July?
Oh, my the 4th of July at my aunt and uncle's house. This one we always were always trying to blow things up. We was always trying to blow up this mailbox. But it was an old mailbox. I don't know why you want to blow up a mailbox, but it was just fun. Because my uncle always had like the M80s and all that stuff.
The boys were always
And,
like half pipes where I was at.
And oh man, my cousin had all of her friends come over, and then we all kind of like hanging out. And I just spent the day in the swimming pool. old people. Yeah, Mom, that's you. And we ended up having so much fun.
She doesn't follow as Gen X, does she?
We always had the best
Your
fireworks.
baby boomer, Debbie.
We always had the best fireworks because we had everybody bring in fireworks that were illegal, that were picked up
Dude, you don't even
across
know.
the country. So
Do you remember when
it was always so much
after
fun.
high school when we lived in Sally's house and he shot the bottle rocket and had to go to the hospital?
You mean the Roman candles?
The Roman candles. Oh my God, dumbass. I mean, sorry.
We would here's the thing though. We would have like all the fireworks that didn't go off. Like some of the kids that were there.
Put them in a bucket and line them all.
No, some of those kids would go around the next day and pick them up.
Oh yeah, we used to do that.
All the gunpowder out of it, and then make bigger ones for next year in their backyard. It was.
I just remember lighting
best.
firecracker, like the little fire in the M80s or whatever they were.
Brandon, you remember when my uncle would throw flowers at people's feet and make you jump all over the place until so he could go ha 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 ha.
My dad would put them on a ladder on like the paint hook and they'd spin and then they'd fly off.
No, he always had to throw. He had to light these. And this one year, my sister.
Because you could just chuck them in there.
My sister. He remembers. One year, my sister brought this this doofy guy, to fireworks over there.
Oh my God!
Firebirds.
Yeah. Firebirds!
Because my uncle, again, was throwing flowers at his feet.
What was his name?
Tom.
Tom, that's right. It was.
And he was like, firebirds!
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 I was like, we didn't know the word the spectrum then.
No, he had head injury.
That's what I said.
He had literally had a car accident,
but he would be considered on the spectrum after that accident, correct?
No, he would be considered brain damaged. There's no spectrum out there. That's not a spectrum. There's just like one thing or the other. No.
You had words. I was trying to be nice.
But it was because he was driving drunk or something and ended up going and hitting a pole. And so, to be fair,
where did she meet him?
Church.
Oh, church.
Yeah, she was. But she brought him, and he was jumping all over the place saying "Firebirds, firebirds."
Was she like on a break from Andrew?
No.
Sorry, I just assumed they've been together.
They have. But this was just a friend coming.
Oh, but I remember because Leanne was there. We were.
Yeah.
Because that's when I met Ruben too. Was the Tom time?
No, that was
after.
No,
okay,
I've
been there.
We were in high school still.
Oh, you're right. How many times have I been to 4th of July?
The Tom time.
Tom time. I was there with Firebirds.
Because my uncle was still throwing fireworks at people's feet.
Well, I don't live there anymore. That's why I'm like, I don't know how many times and how many events, how many Easters, how many Christmases.
We used to go so back in the day that my aunt's house was out in unincorporated Hollis, which meant that there was no pavement on the streets. So the metal roller skates that we had did not do well.
With like the concrete chunky one.
Chunky concrete.
That's all.
Like taking your wagon down the road, hooked up to the back of somebody's bike, and then falling out of the wagon. You were left with scars.
Well, remember,
scars
I was on Ray's Circle, and because we were the only house on Ralph Drive.
We were brutal.
But because it was such a steep hill and that crappy concrete, you'd put your skates on, but you'd like ghost ride your bike with your skates on down that hill because you would just eat crap otherwise.
We went and had like bike jumps over in this like a field that we just had people had.
Oh my God!
Made hills out of.
Yeah, the BMX bike jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the story. My sister, she had a 10-speed, and I had like a banana seat bike, which was awesome for that kind of stuff. And she ate shit and was bleeding, so she made me take my shirt off and made me walk home topless.
We did, Brandon. I remember when you guys would ride down the street on the skateboards on those, and then like one little rock, and someone would go, "Woo!"
Dude,
you had to catch yourself.
I was on my 5th grade date, and I ate shit on my skateboard and ended up in a nasty, smelly puddle.
The only sidewalk was in front of my aunt's house, and then going down that one street, like before you got to Crestview, which was the next street, which is where our apartment was, but like that had like licorice root everywhere, like licorice plants, and you would just. Ugh.
Oh, it was probably like fennel or
There's
or
like some
something.
allergen in the air right now because my nose.
I
is
vacuumed the
itching
crap
like
out of it
crazy.
today.
No,
Maybe-
I'm talking about outside. It's windy, so
Yeah.
it's up in the
It's
north,
pollen time.
Northern California. Yay!
I got a double up allergy medicine up here. I had to take a Benadryl yesterday.
Well, that's because you poisoned yourself.
I did it to myself. That's what I was gonna say on my gravestone. I did it to myself. I shouldn't have eaten all that dairy and broccoli together.
No, it was not. It was a beverage of choice with pineapple.
I figured it was artificial since it was of the liquor variety.
It's not really cool. Like today was what 80.
It said it was gonna be top of 90, but that's probably like 4 o'clock.
But tomorrow is supposed to be like 94, and we're just gonna go
It's
out.
still not like LB hot, where it's 114
I'm gonna-
brown, dead,
gonna-
cow manure
I'm
smelling.
gonna crutch my ass over by the
She
pool and
wants
just
to
lay
chuck
out.
them.
I want to throw these things.
I say get a roller skate for that foot
I can't
with
even
a
put weight
bumper,
on it.
or get one of the boot shoes
How
that
am I
like.
gonna put weight? I can't if I can't walk on it. If I hang a roller skate on, that's like putting ankle
I
weights
know,
on
I'm just
something.
teasing.
I want to chuck them. I want to throw them, and I still have like 3 weeks before I can even put weight on it, and then however many more weeks just to get around.
This is
without
probably
pain.
the most grueling one that you didn't think was that bad, but
This is the most grueling surgery I think
I
I've ever
mean, she
had.
bounced back from knee surgeries faster than this.
This sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's like doing push-ups all day long on crutches. Like you're trying to, and most people go, "Wow, you're fast." And then
Actually, I'm
by the
looking
end
at
of
your
the day-
shoulders. They're throwing your shoulders off like maybe it's the shirt.
It's the shirt, but no, like it's actually
I can see one shoulder is like hunched higher than
it's
the other.
that's always the always.
I mean, I have scoliosis. It's that way too. So
One always leans.
look
like
at we
this.
both have the same height on the opposite.
It's like lean with it, rock with
With
it,
it, yeah.
lean with it, rock with it, but it just stays lean with it.
Exactly.
It doesn't rock with it. Getting older.
It's like I can
yeah.
reach my back here, but this arm doesn't.
Like I
Guess-
guess. Oh, I am. I have always been one of those people.
Oh, I
that,
think like Charlie horse my arm. Look at that.
I've always been one of those people who like puts on their bra like with my hooking in the back.
I cannot.
But because
I
my
do enough.
arms and stuff have been so messed up, and I think I have like stuff going on with my shoulder now that my with crutches or whatever, that I've become one of those people who've had to turn it around.
Oh, I
and stuff
hook
now.
it, turn it around, and pull it up every time.
Never
because
happened to
I
those
can't
people.
touch my hands. I don't know why. They're long, but the short body does not allow.
She's got T-Rex arms. T-Rex.
But they're long.
T-Rex. T-Rex.
But look at, I believe me, I'm sweating. Okay,
Look,
I barely got it.
So
I got it. I got
okay,
it.
So to be fair, okay, y'all, she
Look at her
is
shoulders.
she is 5'7", 5'8", right?
Yeah, and
On
I'm
a good
shorter
day.
than her sitting down.
So sitting down, we're at the same height. and
Actually,
same-
I have a cushion on mine.
So you should be taller. Her torso is about yay
All arms and legs.
big.
Fat, vulva, torso, short.
She's got really long legs that are like what? the
Like if
inseam's
I had an
like-
average torso, I would have been like 5'10".
Your inseam is like what, 36?
Yeah.
My inseam's like
No, 34, 35, depending on.
my inseam is like 28.
But I mean, I get a 36,
28.
34.
My inseam is 28, so 29.
SNL.
SNL doll arms, you know, the
Oh.
girl with the doll
Oh.
arms. She's like,
And I'm Judy. Yes, I saw those. I almost got them at
Judy
Five
Moody.
Below.
Judy Moody, that's what her name is.
Moody, yeah, Judy Moody.
Judy Moody.
And I'm Judy.
She
But
really
I
does.
don't have the forehead.
But it's funny this because when she walks, I have a forehead. I have a 5 head. It's okay.
So we just got to tease your hair up and you can have the doll arms.
Oh, I don't want to. I've always had a 5 head. My forehead has never been small,
Three.
and I can't wear bangs.
3 head, 5 head. We even out.
Yeah.
Same thing. She had all the kids, so that way I didn't have
Well, maybe
to.
it's not a forehead because the thumb doesn't fit as much.
Actually, yeah, it is a forehead.
Because I've been, I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, y'all, I am getting tired. I need to go home and sleep, rest.
Oh my God, we've been on for
better.
almost an hour.
Yeah, so we're gonna get off now.
And the lights are hot, by the way. That's part of it.
No, I'm just tired.
Yeah, well, I'm just sweating it.
I'm just tired.
Got what from?
Oh,
Got that from Granny.
the forehead. I got the forehead from
My
my
dad
grandma.
has a good sized forehead. My mom has a good sized forehead. Me and
Your
my sis-
dad forgot that we were born on the same day.
But my sister and I got the shorties. All right, you guys.
All right,
Like,
guys.
subscribe. We love you guys.
Like,
We'll
bye.
be filming
Mwah.
tomorrow, so Monday or Tuesday you'll see a new episode out.
Yeah.
All right,
'cause
guys.
We're gonna be hanging out by the pool tomorrow, so I might be a little darker by the end of the day.
I might take some
can't-
footage out there.
I can't get in the pool, but I'm gonna try on one of the bathing suits. Wear one of the
They're
bathing
both
suits
over
that,
there, yeah.
that she got me. She actually tried one on, so
The
that
one
actually
that's the
fits.
dress that I wanted, I'm 99.9% sure that I ordered the blue one for sure for you.
Okay.
The green
All
one,
right.
they think they're both for you.
All
right.
for me.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Have a great night. Stay cool.
How do you do it?
Okay.